Hello, hello, hello. All right. I am Eminem. Thank you guys so much for being here, okay? We are doing another true crime reading. Um, I tried to record this just a second ago and I definitely failed. And it was my fault, but we got it going now, so let's try to do it, okay? This is for Jessica Paige KEMP, 32, in Paragould, Arkansas. Before I begin to let you guys know what I've been receiving, I want to say that this is all my spiritual opinion. This is not based on facts. This is not yet, anyways. But this is, like I said, it is my spiritual insight, my spiritual opinion. Okay. Um, I am not sure if a whole lot of people have covered her. I personally have not seen a lot. Okay. Um, my notes are not. Sorry, I'm getting something on my eye, y'all. I apologize. Okay. I believe Jessica was a Jesse Murph fan. I'm hearing Jesse Murph in the background. Um. Anyway, so um, not a lot of information was put out for her. I will try to remember to put a link to one of the news channels, okay, in the description. She went missing. Well, they reported her missing on May 14th. Um, she had placed a 911 call, but it was canceled um, on May 5th. And then her mom texted her really, really early, May 6th in the morning, and she never read it. Okay. Um, so let me just go ahead and begin and tell you guys what I am seeing. Okay. Um, Jessica was very troubled at this time. Her mind, her heart, her body, her spirit. Um, I feel like she felt betrayed by someone she loved very much. Definitely feel a big family connection. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying she didn't love her family. She was just, she was hurt, okay, um, over something. And she wasn't quite ready to come back home, okay. Um, I am seeing that, which they did say I'm assuming it's a campground, okay. I don't know. I'm assuming it is because I do see other people there. I do also see, I see two gentlemen as well. It's like a little family, okay? One with like a 3 or 4 year old and a baby, a man and a woman. Um, Now, the two men that I'm seeing there, I feel like they live pretty close because I feel like this is like the town drunk or the town crazy man or the town's, I believe we all got them, hobo or something, very, um, or special needs. And I'm not trying to offend anyone, I swear. I'm just trying to let you guys understand what it is I'm saying, okay? Um, I feel like these two guys are at least cousins. Um, I am seeing a few people at the fires, the campfires, okay? Let me turn this down. My mom is blowing me up. Um, that makes me think that maybe Jessica Page's mom was blowing her up. Okay. And she just needed a minute. Um, I do see that Jessica Paige needed some sort of assistance. Okay. I don't know if it was to put out the fire, to control the fire, started. I no, see, I'm seeing it. I feel like it's more like to keep it going, maybe, perhaps, or maybe to put it out. Um, the fire that I'm seeing is so significant. Um, I'll say that in a second. There was something about that man, that particular man, that scared her. And I do feel like that's why she called. Um, but because he was making her feel a type of way, she thought they left. They didn't leave. Full body confirmation right now, folks. Um, he came back. Jessica Paige, I'm going to just throw it out there. She was a mouthy little thing, a feisty little thing, okay? Reminds me a lot of my mouth. Like if somebody tries to talk down to me or put me in a predicament that I don't want to be in, I certainly wouldn't be going down without a fight either. And that's exactly what the problem was here. She was not going to go down without a fight. She got real smart ass, and I'm getting like I'm getting more of like a special needs, not all there in the head, not her but him. He does hurt her. He does. Whether or not he uses a knife, I don't know, but I do see a knife in the belt of one of those guys. Okay, now, um, he was trying to demand some money, and she told him that she didn't have much, and he ended up like throwing her stuff around. I feel, man, whenever I said that about the knife, I get my symbol of like being scattered. I'm not saying that's what's happened, okay? But I am going to throw that out there that I did see something like that. Maybe it's her shit. I don't know. Okay. Um, I am seeing that they are definitely close to a lake. Definitely. 100%. She still is. I feel like her stuff that he was going through and throwing around was in it could have been like a mini backpack or bag type thing. It wasn't like a cutesy purse at all. Um, he also took something out of the bag. Um, I'm going to use the word souvenir because it was literally, the spirit is showing me it was a souvenir that she had picked up along the way from somewhere. It may be a coin of some sort. Um, I do not feel like this was the first time this fella has done that. I feel like this happens often. I feel like the cops know him. I feel like people have caught on him before and reported him. Um, I'm also getting 100% clear. They have questioned the person that is the alleged perpetrator. Okay, period. I put in parentheses or quotations here, Bob. Don't know if his name is Bob. I don't know if people call him Bob, but I definitely heard Bob. Now, the notes that I wrote down to help figure anything out, okay? The first thing I'd starred was someone was within 5 feet from her, okay? I feel like the motive was the robbery, the thrill. So I just heard, okay. Woods, bushland, lots of small little walking trails. Perpetrator been doing this in the area to others. The perpetrator works or lives really close by. Find other people who have seen this perpetrator snoop around and about the mentally unstable man or the bum. Okay. I am seeing the numbers 5, 2, 1. Don't know if that's a house number. I don't know if that's how that's of importance, but that was real clear. The perpetrator wasn't alone. A younger person, which is, like I said, the cousin energy. This perpetrator, that alleged perpetrator that I'm seeing, between 38 years old and 40, maybe 42. Now, I am seeing there's a cows, okay, or bulls around. So that makes me think that there may be a farm close by. This is definitely close to the lake. I want to say field or pasture. Also, getting an old building that is falling down, or maybe it's been caught on fire before. I'm seeing an old building. I'm also seeing something really big from a distance. I don't know what it is. I thought maybe at first it might be a cell phone tower, but it's more of like a big concrete boulder thing or something that's on the ground that you can't miss. I'm getting in the direction north. North for sure, okay? I'm drawn to northeast. I drew a picture of this guy that I'm seeing because his features were so distinct, okay? I'll show it to you right now. What I'm getting for him, like I said, between 38 and 42. He's taller. He has been known to have a goatee. All right. I got possible letters. I've got T, J, R, and H that are important. Also, I kept seeing 5, O. But then I'm hearing that 5150. Somebody called the popo. Not sure why. Okay. Just hopefully you can get some kind of information out of this stuff. All right. Now, the guy that the distinct feature of this guy is he has no hair. Okay. I have not seen such a distinct receding hairline in a long time on somebody. Okay. I'm trying to think of somebody that might be famous I'm thinking of, and I can't even think of one, honestly. So all this right here is like supposed to be his forehead, okay? He's got a longer nose, okay? Longer nose, bushy eyebrows. He does have some thinning hair, but it's like I said, he's got a big forehead, okay? And you can screenshot this. 521, don't forget that number, or you can just screenshot my notes. But here is, I'll put it on the community board, okay? The lines right here, the reason why I marked that was because he has a distinct, you know how some people do have those lines around, like, and it's not like a wrinkle, it's just like part of their smile. There's something about that with him, okay? So let's go ahead and pull a few cards before I go. It is 16:07. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Okay. All right. My heart is really heavy for this family. I mean, it is heavy for all the families, but I feel like this particular family someone had some sort of falling out. So there's regrets and hurt and, things that needed to be said that didn't get a chance to be said. All right, Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. May it be clear and precise, divine. Please let this be clear for Jessica, Paige, KEMP. What happened to her that night that she called 911? What happened to her that night? Can you show us, please? I'm seeing the fire now. What happened to her that night that she called 911? Please, Spirit, to Jessica. Keep going. What happened to Jessica that night? Just let him fall out. I'm going. Okay. All right. So, okay. Here is the Page of Pentacles here, or it could be not. Okay. The 10 of Pentacles is on the bottom. What did I literally say was the motive? Money. That's Pentacles, okay? Now, you can see her. It's like, hey, can I have some money? She's like, no, go away. I don't have any, I've got to keep what I've got. But here he is thinking she's got all these Pentacles. Okay? I do feel at first he didn't mean harm by her. But whatever it is that's wrong with him, something gets triggered and he can't help but just lose it. Okay? When like someone gets, they retaliate, and he was retaliating because she hurt his feelings because she spoke up like she did. All right, Spirit, what happened to Jessica that night that she called 911? What happened to her, please? Here is the Emperor. Okay. So I did mention that, or this could be the dad. Remember I said there was a family there? This could represent that pasture. Here is the Knight of Swords here on the bottom. It's like, with this Knight of Swords here with this Emperor and him having that gun or weapon or whatever it is, it's like, you have to come with me. You have to follow me now. And you can see how scared she is. I'm going to put all these back in here. What happened to Jessica? What happened to her, please, Spirit? What happened? I'll show you these just a minute. What happened to her? What happened? He found her very attractive, like naturally attractive. Like I feel like he had totally been watching her. What is Jessica's current energy right now, please, Spirit? What is her current energy right now, please? Paige, KEMP. What's her current energy? Okay. That's on the bottom. 4 Pentacles. This could definitely be the lake determined. However, I do get more of, I feel like it is a little wet, but I don't feel like she's in the water. Now, I wanted to just kind of see what was going on with her that night, right? Right away. Here's the Empress, okay? Was she a mom? Was she upset with kids? Was kids upset with her? Was she upset with her mom? Okay. She was, whoever she was upset with, her plans were to make things right. Okay. But not tonight. Not tonight. Okay. She might have been drunk. And then, so that was, like I said, with her, literally what she had going on. And then I mentioned the fire being significant. Here's the 8 of Wands, and look at it. It's got that fire. And then the very next card here is that where she's like, I don't have it, Here he is. This is Virgo energy. All right. She might have tried to run from him. There was definitely some kind of conflict or wrestle or I feel like chasing. Okay. We also have the death card out here. Okay, I didn't really want to show it, but I'm just going to go ahead. All right, I do see she's in spirit. I just opened up to the devil. Okay, he may be an Aries. Okay, if he's not a Virgo, he's probably an Aries. Now, I wasn't going to say this, but my spirit is, just go ahead. I've not pulled a card on it, but I did get some insight on what would happen with this. Unfortunately, I do feel like they figure out who this is. They already know who it is. It's just figuring it out. Well, even though they figure it out, I do not feel like he will spend the rest of his days in prison. Maybe a mental hospital or something. But I am getting that he would not be going to prison because of whatever. Okay. All right, y'all. That is what I've got for this one. Remember, everything is my spiritual opinion. Please share this, especially if you haven't heard of her case. This is recently, and it's not, I don't know why it's not blowing everything up. Okay. Love one another, be kind to one another. If anybody would like to reach out to me for a private reading, all the information is in the description, or you can come join me on a live. If you are part of her family and you would like to contact me, you're more than welcome to. It always does help, like any other messages to come through for that, like to have that solid connection of energy. But anyway, y'all, good luck on finding her. I'll be praying for everybody. I'll see you next time, okay? Bye.